Hey guys, it's Blaze. Hey, so Glick's out on vacation this week, so he doesn't have a interview lined up for tonight. So I'm gonna throw it back, and we're gonna play the first ever interview that Glick did with Rock Lee here on Glick's House of Music, Blazen's House Sittin' playlist. You guys sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, buddy. Go ahead and fire that up real quick. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday night. Welcome to Glick's House of Music. What's going on, Shattersbox? We see you, Benji. How you doing, brother? We are live. It's been a while. It's been a couple weeks, been a few weeks, but that's okay. That's okay. We're changing the game up a little bit around here. Lots of things going on at the old network, if you will. I'm Glick. I host this little show, Glick's House of Music. If you're not already, go ahead and check out the rest of the social medias for the Nonsensical Network. We are on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Don't forget, you can also join the shows live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. It's 3 different shows. Also, there's a show on Tuesday. My bad. There's a show on Tuesday as well, I think. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Jeff. But you can't follow all those social medias, all at Nonsensical Network, or you can go ahead and jump on our bio link, bio.link/nonsensical nonsense, right there at the bottom of your screen. Check out those links. Give us a follow, give us a listen, and if you'd be so kind, give us a share. We greatly appreciate that as well. Also, don't forget to check out our sponsors, Liquid IV, Zencaster, and W Energy. Those links are all there. Don't forget to use your promo code Words Are Hard. Get them savings, get them discounts as well. Thank you. Thank you. I broke it out a couple weeks ago. I've been digging it. Let's get right to it, shall we? Typically on Glick's House of Music, you guys get to see my taste of music. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of music. I love all genres of music. But the ultimate goal here was to have artists come on, hang out, interview them, get to know a little bit more about them, play some of their music, play some of the things they're doing, all that fun jazz. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finally popped the cherry of the show. I guess you could say. I got my man, the one and only, my brother from another mother, Mr. Rock Lee himself in the building. What's up, brother?
What is going on, man? Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. I figured I'd go ahead and fire up the show. That'd give me a time to get my bullshit introduction and all that shit out of the way, and properly get you up here on stage. For those of you guys who don't know, Rocky and I are actually very good friends. I dare say he's one of my best friends that I've never met in real life. We actually met several years back on TikTok, and we've been down since day one, I guess you could say, on that day one-ish. I've been a big fan, a big supporter of his music. Actually, that remix that you heard at the beginning of the song, or the beginning of the show, Fall Out Boy Centuries, that's one of many remixes that are out there by my guy. What's going on, man? How you doing? How you living?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I just got off work here not too long ago, and I'm really excited, man. I've been thinking about this show, man. I'm honored. First guest.
Yes.
I get to be that guy. Man, that's just huge, man, because I see what's happened with Nonsensical Nonsense, and I get to be that guy now for this show. Really excited to be. I've been good, man. I've been doing all right.
Now, you were our first guest on Nonsensical Nonsense. When I started the music show, much like that show, it was like, all right, I know my plan. I know what I want to do. But first and foremost, I got to get Rocky on here. I want Rocky to be my first guest. A, that's my guy, first and foremost. B, what better way to lock in that interview game and to feel comfortable by having one of your very good friends come in and letting them kind of pick their brain a little bit and chit chat and find out, all the ins and outs, a little behind the scenes of Rocky, because, for those of you who watch the show, you guys have seen Rocky on Nonsensical Nonsense, and lately you've been seeing a lot more of it.
I've been popping up a lot more now,
which is fun. So real quick, right off the bat, go ahead. Feel free to introduce yourself. And I'm going to ask you a couple times while we're hanging out tonight to drop your links and everything like that. And I have some videos that I prepared, and I purposely left your TikTok name right there on the screen, so it's not hard. But go ahead and let people know where they can find you at, where they can follow you at, and all that stuff, if you don't mind.
Oh man, no, thank you for the opportunity. What's going on, everybody? Rock Lee here, and as normal, it's always time. It's time, guys. So let's just you can find me on all social media platforms. You can find me on Twitter, or X now, I should say, actually. You can find me on SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, anywhere where you listen to music, even weird ones like Raz. I was actually thinking about becoming a sponsor. That's something we could talk about tonight.
Nice.
So it's going to be great. Definitely follow me if you have been enjoying the journey for many, many years. I do remixes. I do original music. It's all good. I promise you, you'll find something you might like. Dig through it and let me know your thoughts. Don't be shy.
Yeah, remixes of everything. You know, we've played. Obviously, you guys, if you watch the shows, if you watch Nonsensical Nonsense, you can't say you've never heard of anything by Rock Lee, because our intro, and you know, wink, wink, maybe a couple other shows, you know, on the Monday and Friday nights, we'll have intros coming down the road by Rock Lee. That intro for Nonsensical Nonsense he made for us, which we love. We play the hell out of it, obviously, beginning of every show. And we were very grateful because that was just something Rocky was like, hey, guys, you need an intro. And I got you.
Yeah, done deal, man.
You know, so you can't say, if you've watched the shows, you can't say you've never heard anything by Rocky. Not to mention that, we've also played, you know, we have The Chemist. That's a mainstay on there. That's honestly definitely up there in my top favorites. That's why it's a mainstay. They've heard the Fozzy remix, I think. Hey, what a great fucking song. I didn't think anybody could make it better, but here comes Rocky with Hold My Beer. Watch this. And it's a fan favorite on the show. I mean, we've had people since we debuted it on the show that have asked for it, requested it. They love it. You know, they want to hear it more. So it stays in our library. So if you guys can't say you've never heard any of his stuff, because we play it all the time. And you're going to get to hear a lot more of it tonight. We're also going to get to see different sides of Rocky. But
that reminds me.
We're going to showcase. Now, I'll tell you this: unless you get the urge, because you're not gonna trap me like you did Jeff. I'm not gonna make you sing or anything live tonight, unless you get the urge, and that's totally on you. But I want to ask you. You know, have you always been a fan of EDM, or is that just something that just
no? And that's the ironic part. My first go-to was never EDM. It was always I always liked metal, of course, metal, right? Rock elements. I love that stuff, but mainly, you know, R&B. It was R&B, some hip hop. Like those would I would say that. Those were my two strongest influences growing up. I had those two from my mom and parents and friends. That's the stuff that I would listen to. Those are the songs I know through and through, in and out. EDM came out of nowhere. I was actually making a remix. I've always been into remixing though, except alternative was making a metal covers or rock covers, you know, and I accidentally stumbled upon this remix that was metal, and it was metal, but it had some elements of dubstep. I was like, man, that's really, really cool. Who did this? It was a good friend of mine's. Anyway, that's a long story. I won't get into that. But all I will say is, based off of that interaction with that song, it influenced me to open my mind to more possibilities of different genres. And I started exploring and becoming hungry again for music. Man, I dived into all sorts of stuff. I covered at one point, and no, you'll never hear this, Glick, so I don't want to hear it.
I won't, will I?
Hurts by Johnny Cash.
Oh, you know, okay. That's not cool. Now you know I'm going to be bugging you. Now I want to hear it, bro. I got to hear that.
I started getting a bunch of stuff and just kind of playing around and just having fun with it instead of feeling so like locked in a box, you know. And eventually it turned into this perpetual thing where I kept getting asked to do remixes with metal elements that were EDM, something that the kids could dance to, someone could get around. And then I started listening to EDM, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know this existed. This is awesome, man. And and that's how this kicked off that journey. I would say I honestly got into EDM probably within the last 10 years. Not like my entire life or anything by any means.
So how long have you been making music?
Ooh. So I've been making music for a long time, and my uncle used to do it. He used to use this program called Reason 3.0. Shout out to the music people out there and know that. He was making beats. That was what he did. His free time was he would make a beat, sell it. And I used to sit there as a kid and watch him do this. And I was like, man, this is cool. And eventually he let me give it a shot, give it a try. And it was horrible. I did completely terrible. But if you know me, I'm a knucklehead when it comes to being determined and strong for, I pushed through that, Glick. I was as hard at it as you are sometimes. I was like, man, I got to push through this. And I did. I pushed through it. And so I would say, honestly, I've been doing music probably for more than half of my life. I would say at least 15, 16 years.
Okay. So you were already in the game for a little while before you stumbled into the world of EDM.
Yeah, and the world of tickety talk.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say, Rocky's like, yeah, I've been in the business for like the last 40 years or so, and I'm like 75, bro, because we all know the old saying, black don't crack.
You can't even tell, huh? This is all 75 right here.
Yeah, look at the kid. He looks great. No. No, I do have to say one thing. As Cable said in at Deadpool 2, dubstep's for pussies. So,
yeah. Hey, I've been known to mess around too. I mess around with all of it now.
I was never a big fan of EDM myself, and you are. I mean, in all honesty, you're the one that kind of turned me on to it. Everybody who knows me, they know I'm a big rock guy. They know I'm a country guy.
Yeah.
What?
I just wanted to Chipotle at 1 tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Not only am I a podcast host, but I'm also a dad.
Oh, look at that.
But what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm never a big fan of EDM. Everybody who knows me and knows that I'm a big rock guy. I'm a big country guy. I love everything. I'm an old school hip hop head and whatnot. But meeting Rocky and getting introduced to his music, I was instantly a fan. And I've always been a big fan of like the remixes and stuff like that too, especially like mashups when you intertwine two genres and whatnot. And Rocky does a really great job with his remixes and whatnot. Which is something that I enjoy and I like, especially with that rock edge.
That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part of it. I like going in and doing I like throwing a random scream on something, like just a random scream, and people, oh my god, where does that come from? Britney Spears, what? And that's my favorite part. Lady, what's going on, girl? It's good to see you. I didn't see your question. What'd you say? Look, once you hear a mini moose bass there, there's no go. Yep, exactly. She's got it right on the button. I can.
And to answer your question, Benji, that is not a Raiden hat. That's headphones on his head in that picture. I was looking all dapper. He's got a suit on. He's in the studio. He's got headphones on.
I have a meeting that day, actually. That was the day that I signed Netflix. That was the day.
Nice.
Yeah, I was feeling all good about myself. Don't ask me if I had any pants on. I didn't. I just,
you know what? I did.
It was all up top, bro. It was all up top.
Pants are overrated. I never wear pants when I do the podcast. So I want to ask you. Okay, first and foremost, and you don't have to. This is kind of a two-part question. You don't have to give anybody your real name, but Rock Lee is not your real name. I believe that's an anime character, correct?
Rock Lee is an anime character. There's a funny story I can get to behind that, but it's not why I went for my name. My mom actually called me Rocky and Bubba. Those were my two names growing up. Not for cool reasons. Not for cool reasons. It was actually pretty lame reasons. I used to have a fascination with collecting rocks, like the smooth stones and the see-through and all that good stuff. I had this little mini rock collection. We lived out in Seattle, and so they're everywhere, everywhere along the beaches. I also had a bad habit of getting into trouble. I would take those rocks and start throwing them and breaking windshields and glass windows. Oh, yeah, man, this is going to be great, lady. And I started breaking glass windows and stuff. And so my mom called me that actually as a nickname to tease me. And so, no, it didn't come together because of any other reason other than that was my little nickname, and my last name is Lee. So it did not, it correlated easily for me to just say, okay, I'm Rock Lee. Found out years later about anime and found out about that.
Ah,
Had no clue. Did never connected the two. Never did. So it was pretty
nice.
funny.
So yeah, Rock Lee has nothing to do with the character. It wasn't until you started blowing up and taking over the world.
Yeah, man, it came out of nowhere. I remember my cousins used to be very, very much so into anime stuff, but like the old stuff, like Pokemon and yeah, I don't know. I might have just pissed some people off. I don't know if it's anime or not. I'm sorry, but
I think it's considered anime. Back in the day, I used to like I wasn't like I wasn't crazy, but like when I was younger, I watched like the original like Death Note and stuff like that, and some of the bigger stuff. I enjoyed it. It's just gotten weird as of late,
yeah.
And I kind of checked out probably about I don't know 20 years ago on anime.
Yeah, I didn't want to piss anyone off, but it's just I didn't know about this guy until my cousin said it. She's like, "Oh my god, it's Rock Lee, that's you." I'm like, I do not have any sort of like, I do not look like this guy at all. Hood Ross, good to see you, man.
What's up, Hoodie?
It came out of nowhere at that point, and so, but no, there's no correlation whatsoever. I'm just as surprised. I actually changed the last 3 letters to L33 just to separate myself through that when I was doing trademarking.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, this is definitely a copyrighted name. I got to change something. So I changed that.
Yeah, because let's and I should have done that here myself. But let's be honest. It's something like going to go. Rocky's like, hey man, I got a new song out. Check it out on YouTube or whatever. And I go put Rock Lee in, and I get 475 videos of some little anime ninja. Like, what are you doing to me, bro?
I'm sorry, man. I had no idea. I didn't know I was doing it to anybody. That's why. I mean, if you're gonna search me up, search EDM Combat. You'll find that. And Rock L33s. I'm the only one, at least for now. We'll see who comes along.
It's nice being original, man. Rock L33, L33, man. Rock L30. It's like nonsensical nonsense. We tell people, hey, go search it up. Well, I don't know how to find it. Just fucking Google it, because we're going to be the only thing that pops up.
The only thing that pops up, yeah.
Is Rock Lee from Dragon Ball? Hoodie's probably an anime head, bro.
Is there? See, I don't know that. I wouldn't know if there's. I wouldn't know if there's Rock Lee in Dragon Ball. That'd be cool.
I don't know anything about it.
Hoodie, is that your name? Is there a Rock Lee? I'm curious now.
Like I said, I checked out years ago on anime. So speaking of names, because when you're coming into the business, or you're any kind of entertainment, you obviously want to have a name that, that is catchy. Maybe maybe not so fucking wordy. Nonsensical nonsense. I'm talking to you. Where did the EDM Combat come from?
So it actually was inspired. It was actually inspired by a very popular channel, Trap Nation. Trap Nation. What's going on, Mark? By Trap Nation.
Thank you, lady.
Oh, look at her hopping in. I like how she has a different photo there. That's funny. Trap Nation does hip hop stuff. They do EDM stuff. They do rock stuff, and they have different platforms for this. In my head, my ex told me a long time ago that when she heard my cover of Crush, that it sounded like I was fighting, like I was getting ready to fight. And so EDM Combat came because it was like, I'm trying to make this an EDM song, and she's saying that it sounds like I'm fighting to make that happen and winning, right? But I'm fighting to make it happen. So Combat came from that, and then EDM Combat, there you go. Boom, boom, bam, there you go. I did not think about it more than 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. You know, sometimes it's like that, man. It just, you know, the name or an idea just boom.
Yeah.
It's like a firecracker inside your head. Sometimes it just clicks, and it's like, oh, there it is. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what. My actual name was not going to be Rock Lee. I actually literally just stole parts of my name to make that. I actually used to go by Flair, if you believe it or not, like Road Flair.
I was gonna say like Road Flair or Ric Flair.
Yeah, that was, so my email. That's the reason why it's
okay.
Yeah, it was Flair. That was like, oh, my name is Flair. I'm a rap star. I'm a rap artist. You know, like that's my rap name is Flair. I even came up with like I was like, man, on it. I put so much thought into it, and then just completely canned it one day. I was like, no, that's weird. That's not it. And it's Rock Lee and Sasquatch.
Really,
Wordy McWordy. How do you say that? Was it Wordy McWordy?
Wordy McWordyson.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and it's funny that you brought up Crush, 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 and this is completely unplanned, ladies and gentlemen. That song, Crush, Crush, Crush. Hey, I love the song. Newsflash, I'm a Paramore fan. Big time fan of Paramore.
I never got your feedback on that. Yeah, so that's cool to hear, man.
I love them. We've actually played Crush, Crush, Crush on the main podcast several times. I love this song, but correct me if I'm wrong. This is you singing in that song, right?
Yeah.
It took me a hot minute of listening to it before I realized that was you singing.
Oh no, not really.
It was like I was listening one night during the show, and I was like, we were on break, and I was like, holy shit! I think that's fucking Rocky singing.
Yeah, man.
because you brought it up, and I've got a lot of sound bites and a lot of music here tonight. If you don't mind, I would like to play it for the listeners. Here's Rocky's remix and him singing Paramore's Crush, 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 and we'll be right back here in just a few minutes.
Take every mouth, scribble out the truth with their lies, you little spies. Nothing compares to anything alone. Just the one to a buzzer counting on. Never happens. Yes, I'm dreaming again. All of it. If you wanna play it like a game, well come on, let's play. 'Cause I'd rather waste my life pretending than have to forget you for one more minute. Take every mouth, scribbled out the truth with their lies, you little spies. They take every mouth, scribbled out the truth with their lies, you little spies. Nothing compares to anything alone. Just the one to I must be counting on. That never happens. Stop dreaming again. Let's be more than this night. Baby, don't you know that we're alone now? I need something to sing about rock and roll. Don't you know, baby, we're all alone now? I need something to sing about rock and roll. Don't you know, baby, we're all alone now? Give me something to sing about. Nothing compares to quiet and alone. Just the one to I was just counting on. I never people then. No, nothing compares to what you didn't belong. Just the one to. I was just counting on that never happened. Some dreaming again. Lost people then. More than
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he can sing. And hang tight because I actually have several different variations coming up later on in the show of Rocky singing. Because Rocky can do a little bit of everything.
I love that song.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorites. And I actually think this. I could be wrong, but I don't think that this is the first time that song's been played on Glick's House of Music by you and by the original artist. Because I said I am a Paramore fan. When I did the Ladies of Rock for Women's History Month last month, Paramore was one of those bands that it was very hard for me to only pick one song, so I had to do two. But you said you heavily influenced by the rock and metal and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys were listening. He said he likes to throw that scream in there. There was a couple of them rock owls in there, if you will.
Rock owls, man, that's funny. I'm gonna start calling them that now.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is, man. God, I wish I could sing. I can't sing. I've owned a guitar for about I don't know, close to 20 years, and I can pick it up and go ding 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 ding. I have no musical talent whatsoever.
Make that work, man.
Yeah, I have no musical talent whatsoever, but I love music, and I love musicians that explore different avenues and play with different things, and that's one thing you do. But I want to ask you because obviously we're gonna hang out, we're gonna have fun, but I still got to be a little bit boring. I gotta do the interview questions and stuff like that. How has as far as your career goes, I know that you have kind of a I don't even know how to phrase it. EDM Combat is not necessarily just a band or anything like that. It's a production studio, and you have other artists that work with you and stuff like that, right?
I do. Yeah, I do. So EDM Combat, first of all, EDM Combat is just like the parent company name. It's like everything sits under this umbrella. EDM Combat Sounds is a vocal production company, and it's actually where I get a lot of the revenue to do the fun videos, to do the fun skits and stuff. Most of the stuff that I do basically is, we have talented singers, songwriters, musicians, instrumentalists who play and do all sorts of fun stuff, man. And they never really get an opportunity to do too much with what they have, right? And I was fortunate enough to be allowed the opportunity to do stuff like that for people and for companies. I start building a team of people that I can call on who can make a couple $100 or maybe make a little bit more than that, just doing some stuff. And eventually it blew up into about 35, a lawyer, an accountant, a bookkeeper, and it just turned into a whole thing. And the more people I brought on, the more bigger companies took us serious and started giving us chances and opportunities. And so it was really cool. It blew up into something bigger than just making the remixes. It actually gives me the time and the revenue to make these remixes.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So, let's go ahead and stroke your ego here. Yourself or the people that you work with. I love that. I love that you said that, you created this and you wanted to give opportunities out there, because that's kind of my mindset right now with the podcast thing. And eventually Nonsensical Nonsense is just going to be a brand, and supporting others and stuff like that. The opportunities that you mentioned, who have you guys got to, have you got to, what companies have you got to work with, or other artists, or stuff like that, you personally, or the people that are with you?
That's great. So a couple of the companies that I have, couple good clients. We have Ghost Hack Sounds. We have Vandalism Sounds. We have 23 Loops. We've done, and those are the mid to small size. And then you have big places like Netflix and Universal, RCA. I don't know. Well, Glick, you will know because you know what our tables are.
I know RCA.
Your beard says that you know what RCA is. But anyway, they're still out and about, man. They're still pushing, and they need stuff too. The bottom line is they would prefer using very multi-talented singers and songwriters. They'd rather use us. They'd rather use us little guys, pay us a good fee for what it is that we're doing, than buy Taylor Swift and pay her over and over and over again to play her inside of a grocery store. Yeah, and so it created an opportunity for me, and I got into it, and it was really nice. And I just wanted to spread that, man, and give other people in my community and all people that I know the opportunity to do something and that they love and make a little bit of money on the side of it too. But one of my vocalists has done some really worldwide tours, millions and millions of streams on Spotify. I have a vocalist who's been on American Idol.
You're allowed to shout them out if you want.
I'm allowed to what?
You're allowed to shout them out if you want. You can name drop if you want. Also,
yeah. I don't know if she wants it. I'll go ahead and I'll say her first name, Amber. Amber, she was season 5 American Idol contestant. Very talented, sweet sing. I mean, she's just an amazing person. Nice. And she was intrigued. She joined. She's doing fantastic, man. So it's cool to give like people the opportunity, but it's also great because I get to meet a lot of the people I saw on TV, and they want to do work with me, and that's really, really cool. Azariah, Ali, Aurelia Lee. There's tons of these singers that are Nathan. Shoot, I all I can say is go to edmcombatsounds.com. You will hear all of these multi-talented artists and instrumentalists too. They even help me out with my remixes sometimes. They come in and do stuff, and it's really cool. It's a complete vibe, man. I love what I do.
So you mentioned getting the opportunity, and like you said, it's so much easier for these big companies to grab a hold of a smaller company or smaller names and hit them one time. I mean, I don't know if you guys get residuals or not, but you hit them with a one-time check, and you do music for. Can you say what you've done for Netflix? Are you allowed?
I can't.
Is it
See,
not
that's where they catch you?
Why or
no? It's a contract deal. I can't say that. Now, again, like there are multi projects that I've heard. I will say that. Different weird off-ended shows where you have something there. But the thing is, I can't, my contract say. That's the whole point. A big thing with our industry, the con, is royalty free. And when you hear that term, what does that mean, Rock? Royalty free? Well, royalty free means the reason why they buy it from us so that they don't have to put my name on it.
Now they own it.
Now I can share it. I can tell all my friends and family and stuff, oh yeah, I did this. With most of them, the bigger companies, they're what do they call them? They call them
NDAs or
yeah, non-disclosure agreements. Yeah, and they make sure that they're airtight. So fortunately, I can't. All I will say is this: you probably I don't know, depending on what you like to watch. If you like action, you've heard something before.
I'm an action fan, so yeah.
I can tell you Glick later. But I just can't announce it here.
I won't say anything. I can be quiet. I recommend that in the future that you put on retainer the nonsensical Glick and Nonsense law firm. Use promo code Word for Heart. Get you a friends and family discount.
I love that, man. That sounds great. Let's freaking do it, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And this process, Glick, 5 years, a little over that, but say 6 years. Okay, six. It's safe to say 6. 6 years is as long as I've been doing this. Back to when we first met, man, and it's not been that long, and it's turned into this monster, man. This monster thing, and I'm just so grateful, man. I'm humbled and grateful. I really am.
And you know, and I've loved watching you grow. You know, I've enjoyed watching you blow up. But that leads me to my next question.
Oh boy,
what happened to your original TikTok page? Because you were killing it, and here I am thinking, and this speaks volumes on things that we've talked about a lot lately about being real, you know, being the real ones, being the supporters, and being there and backing people. And like I said, with Rocky and I, we're on that day one ish. Like we've always got each other's backs, no matter what we're doing. But I never really paid much attention until today. And I know you shut down your original TikTok page, and I know you had thousands of followers on there, and you were blowing up everything you dropped.
Almost a million, man.
Yeah, and then I see it today when it was the first time, and I don't even know why I noticed it. I just happened to see it, and I was like, "That's not cool at all."
Yeah.
Like, okay, so first and foremost, why did you shut down the first TikTok page?
So the first time I shut it down I can't talk about this. So I shut down the first TikTok page. I was having issues with TikTok on collecting from what's called the Creators Fund. They do a Creators Fund. The more views you get paid for it. And I went in and not many people know this, but I was actually assigned by them to do stuff. Right? You come on there, you post a certain amount of videos, blah blah blah, all this stuff. I'll just say that. And I wasn't able to withdraw, so I put everything on pause to figure out what was going on there. I'm pretty sure I can get away with saying that there was a negotiation process over new goals, and that negotiation took a long time. And TikTok's terms and guidelines are, hey, if you close down your TikTok over a course of time, they will reset your account to 0. There is no and ifs or buts about it, and it goes for everyone. I didn't know this. I wasn't aware of it. Bottom line, everything worked out with TikTok. It was great. But once I launched a page again, what do I see? A big fat 0. And that's what they say, ladies and gentlemen, when they say you got to read the fine print. Because it was very much so there printed, and I missed out on it. So now it's the climb back, but I don't mind it. I don't mind the climb back at all.
Well, it's one of those things, and I think it's safe to say you enjoy what you do. You enjoy making. Yeah. People give me shit, and you made a comment, you made a joke because I'm hosting 20 different shows, or I got a lot of projects in the works, but I love what I do. I love what we're doing here, and I know you love making your music. I mean, I'm fortunate that I'm in the circle of when, and I don't know how big your circle is, but when something new comes
very
out,
small.
When you drop something new, usually I'm getting it before it hits anything, and I love that. And generally 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I'm gonna wait until he drops it before I do anything with it. But it almost takes the wind out of your sails when something like that happens.
It does. I mean, I'm a very positive guy. I'm very, man. Jeff, what's going on, man? I'm a very, very positive person. I like thinking half glass. Glass half full. I'm that mindset most of the time. But that was a hit. It was a random hit that came out of nowhere. And here's the thing: all of my hashtags that I've created, all of the "it's time for another one" hashtag, the EDM combat hash, they're still millions of views deep. The only difference is, we live in a society where a lot of people look towards those followers. They look towards those counts. And when they see a big fat 0, they're like, who the fuck are you? and why should
Yeah,
I care?
exactly.
Right. So when you're thinking on the revenue side of things, then it's like, well, that hurt. That hurt a lot. When I'm thinking on the creative side of things, I'm okay with it. I don't mind a fresh start over, and I don't mind working for what it is that I get. But yeah, it definitely took some wind out of the sales for sure. And it's a slow climb back, very slow. TikTok's changed in those 3 months that we went through that process.
TikTok is changing. Is changing now, man. It's ever changing every day. You know, like you said, it's easy to make you feel despondent. And I know back then when you had your original account, man, you was huge, and you was putting content out like. I want to say like it was your job, but in a way, it kind of was. At the end of the day, it kind of was your job. But you were putting content out there, boom, 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 and I'm like, hell yeah, because me being a fan, not only a friend and loving to watch you blow up. As a friend, I'm like, hell yeah, look at my guy go. But as a fan, I'm eating it up. I'm like, let's go. I want something new every day. I'm going to put Rocky in a sweatshop and make him make music.
It's like another one. Yeah, man. No, and I don't mind it, man. I'm ramping up. The reason why I'll tell you this, Glick. The reason why I haven't been doing so many, and trust me, I'll just tell you the actual answer right now. I'm going to look in my folder. Of all the remixes I've made, I have 521 different remixes sitting in my computer, and I didn't release a lot of those, okay? The reason why I have been a little reluctant on releasing things is because I've been working on my album. I was trying to work on that.
I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. I'm going to get to that here in a little bit because I don't know about anybody else. I might be the most impatient, anxiously anticipating, waiting for this fucking album to come out. I might be the number one guy. I'm just saying. I've been on this man for 4 fucking years, ladies and gentlemen, almost 5 years about this album.
Don't worry, man. It's coming. And when it's there, it's not gonna be disappointing to you, man. I think you'll really enjoy it. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm putting a lot of time in it because I want it to be really good. And not even for a revenue side of stuff. I'm a man of different genres. You know this. So I just want to do it justice. I want to do it properly. And most of all, I want it to be the best that I can put out. Something that represents me. And you've heard a little bit of it. I think I'm going in the right direction.
And like I said, I'm going to touch on this album here in a little bit, as we conversate more. But so again, none of this is planned. Actually, Rocky has no idea what I have over here.
Guys, no clue.
He doesn't know anything. He only knows of one thing, and I did get permission, and I will be playing that here very soon. But you brought up another one. Yeah, you brought up another one. It's time for another one. Now, I don't do it no justice, ladies and gentlemen. First, I can't do a British accent. I can do a deep ass voice. But where did that come from? Was that, how did you come up with that, man? Because it's great and people love it. I mean,
I will tell you this. That came from something you know very, very well. I almost want to not spoil it for you because you won't see it the same way. That was my attempt at trying to make a voice like Captain Price.
Right.
And you hit it. I can't do a British accent. I can't do an English accent, but that was one of those things on TikTok. And for those of you guys who don't know, give us a second here. So what I did is like kind of a mashup. It's about 3 minutes long or so, but it's a mashup of some of my personal favorites that are on your TikTok page. But that became, an entity of its own. I mean, that became a monster on its own, and people, I mean, they crave for it like crackheads.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
To another one.
yeah, it was really cool, man. I've seen kids get into it. So kiddos, like doing it on their TikToks, you know, and just scrolling on my Facebook, and I'm just scrolling on my TikTok, and I'm going by, and I just see it's time for another one. All cute little kids and stuff, and I was literally spitballing there. Again, Bravo 6 going dark. That's that. I was just sitting there, just going over what can I say would be quick, fast, and you know what? I'm going to keep doing this. It's time for another one. Okay. I sit here. Okay. It's time to do another remix. Oh, it's time for another one. And it just becomes, again, very natural, very on its own. And I love that. I love that.
And you know me. You know I love Call of Duty. You know I'm a huge Call of Duty.
I know. Fan. That's why I was like, how do you not know that?
I knew what it was from. Trust me, I knew exactly where it was from. But you know, the listeners, they don't know. They might not know.
And I've said it openly, and people are like, "You do not sound like Captain Price," and I was like, "Well, that's good. I sound like myself."
It was a good Captain Price, and like I said, you know, the first time I heard it, I was like, instantly, it was like flashbacks, bro. Because I'm a Call of Duty guy. I've been playing Call of Duty since the very first one. There's characters on that video game, and I'm a guy who, yes, I play multiplayer, I play online, but I love the campaigns. I love the stories. I'm a guy who played Call of Duty, and Call of Duty has made me cry more than once. I'm not ashamed to say it because, man, some of them campaigns, they will fuck with your emotions the way they end. You know? And Captain Price, Soap, Ghost, you know, those are characters that, yes, I started playing as an adult, but over the last, 20 years that Call of Duty's been around, these characters on a video game are a part of my life. You know, I've watched the game evolve. I've watched the characters evolve. I've watched, you know, everything. And it was like, that was one of those things. The very first time I heard that it's time for another one remix, I was like, that motherfucker. He fucking hit it right on the head. That was, my first thought was, this fucking Price. Yeah. And so you nailed it. You were trying to do it. And didn't think you nailed it, but you fucking hit it right on the head. And ladies and gentlemen, if you'll allow me, and if the campaign can mind fuck the hell out of you.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
And it wouldn't be a podcast with me if I didn't say it. You, Jeff. So I did put this. Okay, so I was screen recording this on my phone because somebody's got his privacy settings all set up weird, so I couldn't download it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do a mashup. Yeah, I'm just going to do a mashup here. And it's like I said, it's about 3.5 minutes long. But these are some of my favorites. It's time for another one. Enjoy. And also, make sure you look at the bottom of your screen there. His TikTok name is there. And if you're not following him, first and foremost, shame on you. Second of all, while this is playing, go jump on your TikTok and give my man a fucking follow.
It's time for another one. There's no blood. In this farewell, there's no blood, there's no alibi, 'cause I've drawn regret from the truth of 1,000 lies. So let mercy come and wash away what I've done. Face myself, cross out what I see. It's time for another one.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need. I get those goosebumps every time. Throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time. Ride around, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time. time for another one.
Say you want a bad bitch, baby, now you have it. Now you got a bad bitch. Baby, now you have it. Now you got a bad bitch. Show me you can handle this. Say you want a bad bitch, baby, now you have it. Now you got a bad bitch. Show me you can handle this. Show me you can handle
It's time for another one.
That is one of my favorites for sure.
I fucking love Centuries, man. That's one of my favorite ones that you've done. So I gotta ask you, I know you said you had over 500 of them already saved and ready to rock out. How many of them got put onto TikTok? Because I mean, we went up
that is 500 unreleased.
So
the ones the ones I have released is let's see here. I can look right now. I've released 60.
Wow.
So I got a good amount in the chamber ready to come out. I've also considered just putting out a ton of them at the same time on YouTube.
Absolutely.
And just throwing them out there, see if they catch any. There are a few that are on my YouTube that I never made videos for, kind of just like I'm gonna sneak that in there and just see what happens with it. And it worked out pretty well too. So, but yeah, I got 521.
So, outside of just being, I want to set something up here real quick. But as far as TikTok goes, and finding that niche, finding that that thing. How hard was it for you before people started to take notice and started to really pay attention and start just blowing you up and following you like crazy?
It was random, man. It was I'll never forget. Obviously, it's the only time I've ever went viral. Well, the first time I went viral was the first time that started all this. I just did a remix of Paramore. Again, like I said, most of the stuff that I was originally doing was like nice stuff that's already out, popular songs, people are TikTok dancing to, all this stuff. And I was like, fuck it, man. I'm going to go for Paramore. Like, I love Paramore. I'm going to just do it. And I just randomly posted it. It was some weird often. I used to care so much about timing and when I'm going to post it and how I'm going to hashtag it. And I used to think all that stuff. At this, I was just like, I don't care. This is something I like. I'm going to put it out. And I went to bed and I wake up the next morning and my phone's dead. And I'm like, okay, I have to plug it in the charger. As soon as it comes on, it's just like that TikTok. There's a TikTok out there. It's like, blah, 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 and it's just this. And my phone is going nuts. And I'm like, so I go and I check and I'm like, oh my God, it's at 1 million. It's at 1 million likes. Oh my God, it's at 2 million. Oh my God, it's at 8. And it just did that for like 2 weeks straight. And I don't even know how I did it. If I can be completely honest with you, Glick, I have zero idea how that happened. It was just random. One day, people apparently really, really like that one. It's still one of my highest viewed TikToks. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Jeff. Okay, so Jeff meant viral. Going viral is an old hand for you now. You're used to it. I'm so shocked. I did a TikTok forever and a day ago, and I put it on Instagram, and I got called into HR for saying FYI to a coworker or something like that. Apparently saying "fuck you, idiot" isn't allowed. Some shit like that, and it's close to 1 million views. God knows how many people have used the sound to create their own reels on Instagram and stuff like that. You don't plan for it to happen. It just now the difference between that for me and for you, that was a one-off. You've kind of set you've set the bar for yourself that people love what you do and they're enjoying it. So keep doing it.
It was super random, super random. And the cool thing about it was people started following. The people that actually enjoyed the remix was like, this is great. It was something they liked or resonated with well, and so they followed me. And so even though a few offhanded times I went viral again, the people that actually enjoyed it actually hit that follow button.
Nice.
And because of that, when I post, they're going to see it anyway. And now, of course, they're going to like it. Of course, they're going to like the style of it or direction of it at the time, depending on what it is. And so it wasn't difficult. It took one time. That Eminem song is true.
100%.
The song is true, man.
And that's the thing. I mean, you also take popular songs and you add your twist to it. So I told you I wasn't going to put you on the spot tonight.
Oh boy.
However, again, things happen. They just instantly happen and you get a light bulb in your fucking head. I am going to kind of put you on the spot.
Okay. What you got, Glenn?
Can you give us no, words are hard. Can you give us it's time for another one?
Oh yeah, I got you, man. That's not on the spot. That's easy. You guys ready? Are you ready for this, guys?
Let's go.
It's time for another one.
It's clean and it's clean. That's going to be awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love what I do. And you know what, man? Like, I read this article, not to get off topic, but I read this article that said that you spend 75% of your life working. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what, if I can do that doing something I love, I'm very fortunate, man.
No, exactly. My oldest daughter, she's a senior in high school this year. God, I'm old.
No, the grades are for style, Glick.
Yeah. The grades are for style. I'm getting old, brother. But she had her pinning ceremony. She's in the medical program at school, and they did a little pinning ceremony today. Well, not little, but it was a pinning ceremony, and it was just for her class, and they all picked a teacher, and it was their history teacher. And then he came up and he did a little speech and stuff like that. But he said something today that I've never heard anybody say before, and it really hit me a certain type of way. He's like, everybody's always you've always been told to follow your passion. He said, what I think, and I think what it should be is from now on, make your passion follow you. Make your passion chase you. Do what you want to do, but if you want to be the best at it or anything like that, and I like that. I like that saying, make your passion follow you. Make your passion chase you, because at the end of the day, as long as you're doing what you love, you're never going to grow tired of it. Even like with the TikTok thing, you got kicked down, you got knocked down, but you didn't let it deter you. You didn't go, well, maybe this music thing's not what I should be doing. And I admire that for you, and I admire that for you and you, because you kept going. And that might be a little what is the word? God, I cannot think.
Words are hard. It's translated.
You know, as a fan, I'm like, yeah, Rocky, keep fucking going. You know, I'm glad you're going. But you know, I think that's some awesome words to live by in life. If you're doing something that you enjoy, you know, just keep wanting to be better every step of the road. And I think it's one of the things that you do. I mean, just watching you, and I've watched you grow over the last several years, you inspire to be better. And actually, in all honestly, you're kind of an inspiration for me doing this podcasting thing, because it's like, you know, I'm watching my guy go through the ups and downs, like, and he keeps pushing through. I can't give up, you know?
Yeah, but I will tell you this, that doesn't really help my story of me saying, hey, you know, I grew up, my mom called me Rock. My last name is Lee. It's just so happens to be what it is. This anime character that people keep looking up and finding, that's his whole deal. That's his whole shtick, bro. Yeah. It's like I'm a freaking carbon copy. If it wasn't written in the 90s, I would definitely go and sue somebody at this point.
You know what? You tell that little anime character, Rock Lee, Jeff, you're listening? Add me to the list. Or not add me to the list. Add Rock Lee, the anime character, to the list. I'm kicking that guy's ass.
Yeah.
Add him to the list. Right? I'm kicking his ass. There's only one Rock Lee, and that's right here with me tonight.
Here we go, man.
End of the day. Fuck the fake ones. That other guy's fake. That's not the real Rock Lee. No, man. You know, you just go with what works. I mean, you know, I was talking to the guys from Talking Shit the other night. We were playing Call of Duty together, and Mark said, "What is your name, Glick?" I said, "Glick." He's like, "No, what's your real name?" I said, "Glick."
Glick. Yeah.
He was like, "No, seriously." I was like, "Well, my last name is Glick, but I have the whitest name on the planet, and I have I think I have a pretty cool last name. You know, shout out to my pops.
Yeah,
well, pops, you don't get a lot of shout outs, but shout out to pops and my ancestors. You know, we got a cool last name. You know, my first name's Chris, and it's just like, hey, I'm Chris. You know, you know. So I go by Glick. I've gone by Glick my entire life. You know, friends, coworkers, employees, bosses, principals, teachers, they've always called coaches, whatever, they've always called me Glick. There's a small handful of people in my life that call me Chris or Christopher. So it's just Glick, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't call you Christopher.
Yeah, right. Well, fucking Jeff calls me Chris.
Yeah, Jeff, what's going on, man?
Where have you been, Jeff? You know, but yeah, Jeff calls me Chris. Obviously, Nikki calls me Chris from time to time. You know, my family calls me Chris. But outside of that, everybody just calls me Glick. And you know, like for the longest time, I didn't even know your real name. I just always called you Rocky. You know, you'll always be Rocky to me. Yeah. At the end of the day. Oh, what's going on, Chris?
What's going on, Chris? How you doing, man? Happy Friday to you. I'm already out of beer. God damn it.
How the hell did you run out of beer? You know you can get beer DoorDash too, right?
No fucking way. Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe not you, but you're in one of those weird, you're in one of those weird Mormon states. I don't know.
Yeah. No. That's we're cool out here. Shit, I probably can get away with going to
yeah. DoorDash will dash beer to you.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's cool.
How do you run out of beer? How long have we been friends? Have I not taught you anything?
You have not. You're never out of beer, man. And even when you should be out of beer, you're never out of beer. Like, I found a whole 24. We're gonna do this with the music.
Come with me, young Anakin. I'll teach you the ways. No, so I want to ask you. This has always been something I've been curious about, and I've never really asked you. And you would think this would come up in conversation. How many instruments can you play, or do you play?
I play. Okay, so primary, I play guitar. Most of the remixes that you listen to, I've had a guitar element in it.
Thank you, Leggy.
Thanks, Leggy. I've done guitar on most of the remixes, but guitar, electric guitar specifically, acoustic, nylon. These are all different types of guitar. So I play those. I play drums, but very, very. I won't look. I play drums, but I play drums enough to make it sound cool.
That's all you have to do.
Nice segue to Jeff. That song, Fozzy, I played the drums on.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so drums and then a bass, and those are the three main ones. I've dabbled, depending on what the genre was that a client was asking for, and other things, but most of it is those three.
But I mean, you know, with the EDM combat, you know, you have the talent around you that, you know, if they want a keyboard or something like that, you're like, oh, I know a guy. I know a guy that can come in and. She's not gonna let me live that down. No, only my guitar goes ting tingity ting.
Ting tingity ting 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 ting. Somebody clip that, man. That's awesome, bro.
Hey Jeff, congratulations, you're fired. Ladies and gentlemen, please reach out to Nonsensical Nonsense at Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com if you're interested in a co-hosting job on a awesome podcast. We have an opening. And fuck you, Jeff. No. Man, it's so weird me asking you these questions and doing like an interview with you.
Not for me, man. I feel like this is a long time coming, man. Like I'm super stoked about it. I mean, I'm really, really fortunate, man. I get to I'm fortunate enough to get to be on both. Like I got to be on both freaking shows as the first guest. That is super cool to me. That way, when you're big and famous, and or more famous, I should say, you know, they'll go back to episode 1, and guess who's here? It's your boy Rock. That's who's here.
Yeah, you know, when I have a house band, it'll be Rocky.
Yeah, exactly. when a guy is throwing rocks at your window in the middle of the night. Yeah.
I remember when I was more famous than you. King. You're out there holding up a boombox playing a remix of Centuries.
Centuries. You remember this, Glick?
You remember it? Play the Nonsensical Nonsense intro. I made this for you.
Oh, jeez, man.
No, yeah, Rocky. You know, you get a rare opportunity. And you get to pop my cherry not once but twice in the podcast world. So.
Oh man, I'm stoked about it. That's cool, man. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get that out of my mouth on. I'm going to go ahead and refrain from that.
Just wait until some asshole that's a part of the network clips that conversation.
Yeah. That's like, what did you say here, man? What was that all about?
Listen to these two homos.
Leggy lady's like, oh wait, I'm not sleeping anymore.
Wait a minute, what's going on?
This is kind of interesting.
So, on Rock Lee Love, what's happening? You know, I do want to ask you a question because, you know, I don't see it very often for you, but every once in a while it does happen. You know, and unfortunately fortunately, unfortunately, however you want to say it, you know. We've had and we have haters.
Oh my goodness, man!
How is it that you and I say this because I there's one instance that I do have here of you dealing with a hater. So I want to ask you, how do you deal with the haters? And at the end of the day, do you let it bother you? Is it something that we all know you don't lose sleep over, but is it something that you go, damn, maybe I could have done this better on this particular remix or this particular song. Could I have done this better? And maybe they wouldn't have shit on me. You know,
yeah. The way I see it is, I mean, one or two ways. Most of it is this exact same way. Everyone's got a different taste, man. I had a different taste, and that's how I started this.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I think some people are going to enjoy it. Some people are going to hate it. Some people are not going to, it's not going to be their jam, and that's okay. It's for those people that do enjoy it. And also sometimes the criticism is constructive, right? And so I try to leave myself open for open construction. Oh, you have no idea, girl. Oh man.
He is a teddy bear. He's one of the sweetest guys you'll ever meet. But
I'm a big, which is why I don't get it. But anyway,
I'm a big teddy bear too.
Yeah. Well, and so sometimes, like, I had one comment one time, and he was like, "Hey, like, if you turned up the bass just a tad, it would rip out my car. Like, it would just rip out of my car." And I was like, you know what? Like, okay, sure. And so I turned it up, and I'm a guy who's very analytical. I'm looking at EQ levels and all this music jargon. Well, I mean,
she's not wrong.
I'm not going to touch that.
That's some facts. She's not wrong.
But like sometimes I'll take it and I'll just say, okay, fine, and I'll break my own rule to do it, and it makes somebody else's day. Why not? So sometimes it's good, but when it's just the asshole who just wants the positive, like who just wants the attention, the attention whores.
Yeah.
I just use it. It's like, it's fine to me. I'm going to make a TikTok off of you saying this comment and watch EDM Combat Army come after you. And that's just another 200K views for me. You know what I mean? So go ahead, do it. Let me use that so that I can make you look like a dick and delete your TikTok. But I'm also just running away with the views for it. So
I'm going to continue this hater conversation, but what you just said, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to fucking make you regret what you said. God, I hope I hit the right one. Otherwise, I'm going to look like an asshole here. But nonetheless, I should have labeled these. I'm feeling myself today. I'm like, I'm so prepared. I'm ready to go. I got clips. Let's go. And then I'm looking at him and going, hey, stupid, you could have fucking labeled these. I think this is the right one. This is one of Rocky's ways of dealing with the hater and kind of putting the hater in their place.
Rocky, blow! Kinda sick, a lunatic, fucking quick with the shit I spit that everybody missed it. I'm shoving in like a pogo stick, never quit. Smoke the mic up, lit like a candlestick. I'm kinda pissed, these haters are crawling ticks, and I got an itch. Shoot the game with a harpoon, I'm not through, but I got 2 blocks loaded up in the back room. I won't lose. I'm ripping and dripping in greatness, my flow proof. I'm flipping the game up, not cute, but ice cheat like hearts too. This is what they waited all year for, the hardcore. That's why Rocky in this game for. Hit the algorithm with precision, with my lyricism, body instrumentals. I'm hard as fuck, ain't no competition.
yeah, man, that was fun.
You guys didn't see it because apparently I cut it out. But the comment that was in there, it was left on one of his remix videos, and the guy called him a corn dog. And Rocky was like, all right, let's fucking go.
Yeah, man.
So, that's one of the ways that we deal with it. I mean, Lord knows I've had my outbursts on the shows, and I've gone head to head with them. Let me rephrase that. Nobody's brave enough to go head to head. At the end of the day, let's be honest, because I bet if you took your haters and was like, come and do a collaboration with me, let's see what you got. They wouldn't do it. It's the same thing that we do. I mean, in all honesty, that was kind of what the brainchild was behind the Open Door Challenge. Was A, we never know what we're going to get, and that's kind of exciting because we never know who's going to show up. But B, the door's open. If you don't like us, where are you at?
Yeah, come on in.
So that leads me to my next question to you. Out of the haters that you have had and the people who have not liked what you do or anything like that, how many of them are musicians themselves?
See, here's the thing, though. I wouldn't careful rock rhymes with Rock with Ron's like, ah! Oh my god! Oh man, I'm gonna get into that later too.
I'll be flying to the West Coast. I promise you, Rocky will not get diddled by the diddler. I will make damn sure that happens. You want to see a Sasquatch come unglued? Diddy. I will fuck you up. That's a good way to end up like fucking your boy Biggie. That's my man, bitch. Bring your way.
Fuck, man. Shit. I would say that I've looked at a few. I've looked at a few, but most of the time I don't. I don't go to the profile, but the times I have, I can't tell what it is that they do at all. Most of them are like a blank channel with no comments or no followers or anyone on there. So and they have nothing else posted, and so it's like, who? I don't even know who you are. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I thought in my head, I'm like, man, you know what? This maybe this is an ex somewhere trying to hide under a disguise. I thought maybe this is a bad friend that I had back in the. I don't know. I will say that. One time it was a musician. This guy, and it was on my older TikTok, but there was this guy. His name was Papa Doc, like kind of from the Eminem.
Yeah.
But it was this white dude, and he was really good at rap, like really, really good. And he was just like, he put a thumbs down. That's all he said was a thumbs down.
Thumbs down, like.
And I was just like, what? So I go to his profile, and this guy is sick, man. He's really, really good. And so I just did a diss track. I just dropped a quick little diss, like just a diss enough to spark a little something.
Yeah, just.
And then he didn't even respond back. He just went back, okay, man, you valid. And I'll never forget that. He was like, okay, man, you're valid. And I was like, all right, cool, man. Like, all right, cool, we're good then.
Yeah, like, you know, they want to hate on you just to hate on you, but, you know, if you know, like they say, man, if you have haters, then you're doing it right. You're doing something right at the end of the day. Yeah. You know, that's the thing, like, for us, you know, the people who hate on us couldn't fucking strap up a camera and put a microphone on and do a 5-minute show, let alone, you know, 3 hours of content or 6 hours of content, you know, and I like to think our content's entertaining to a certain degree, but it's like, why are you hating on us? Do it. You do it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's kind of dangerous too. You listening to the podcast? I listen to the podcast most mornings on the way to work. Most times I'm listening to Jeff say something silly out the side of his mouth or whatever the case may be. And I have been in the middle, like just munching on a burrito or munching on something, my breakfast on the way there. And I've heard you guys say something so left pocket that I literally, I'm in the car choking. I can't breathe. I'm laughing at this. So it's dangerous too, man.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, in all honesty, you know, people, you know, I've had people come at me and go, why is Jeff still on the show? Why is Jeff there? At the end of the day, I couldn't ask for a better dance partner.
Dude, Jeff is awesome.
Yeah, we complete each other. Jeff is great in his own way. But yeah, we 100% complete each other. And, you know, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, him and I know what each other's thinking without saying anything. So we can continue this dance together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I like. It feels like natural listening to the show.
Hmm?
Yeah, I have all the haters. It must be water off of this. You have haters too? No way. I can't wait to see your interview on this because I'm going to be in the comments too, wanting some backup on some of that stuff because you're really, really nice, Leggy. I hardly see it. I mean, I see you be mean to Glick, but maybe that's Glick. That's the haters. It's just 18 different and new accounts.
I'm an asshole. It is what it is. I'm an asshole. That's fine. Like, you know, I am what I am. Jaravishi in the building. It's a Jaravishi. Man, I'm doing a podcast here, all right? What's the matter with you? Yeah, she has Miss Piggy. Yeah, actually, that's a I should. Lady's not necessarily a musician, but she's in the musical world. I should absolutely do an interview with her.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. I mean, it's Glick's House of Music. It's all about music. But goddamn, I so many things I wanted to ask you. Things that I already know, but it's more about introducing you to our audience. But what I do want to do, I want to take a second here. I got several clips here. I want to kind of, and that leads into my next question, where I want to go. But I kind of want to, I want to show off your vocals, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be. I don't know how many clips do I got here. I don't know. It's like 5 or 6 clips. I'm gonna try to play them back to back to back. I wanted to do like one long video, like I did with It's Another One, but I felt like I wasn't gonna really do you justice if I did that. So I want to kind of do each one, and then come back and just kind of touch on that just a little bit before I play the next one.
Yeah,
because you are a very talented singer. Your vocal range is insane to me. You blew my mind shortly after we met, and you sent me a message one night while I was drunkenly live on TikTok of you singing a certain individual's song, and I do have that person of you doing a cover of that person's song as well, and I was like, holy shit, I didn't think you could do that, because based off of what I had seen at that point, I had only seen the remixes, and I seen you do some rock, and I seen you do some rapping, and then you did this individual, and that I'm a huge fan of this singer. I love him. I think his voice is amazing. I love the relationship he has with his wife and stuff like that. So that's actually in here, but I do want to start. You decided to take on, and this is another guy who blew up on TikTok, fantastic singer, but you decided to take on one of his songs, and I think you absolutely killed it. And this is you doing a cover of Teddy Swims.
Yeah.
Again, God, I hope I hit the right button. If not, I'll play it off like I meant to do it, and then it'll be a whole different story. But I think this is you doing Teddy Swims.
Something's got a hold of me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Try my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know how you control when you're not next to me? I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see how you control when you're not next to me? Yeah, you breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me.
Absolutely killed that shit.
Yeah, man, that was a first try on that one, and I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. You can't. There's no way to touch Teddy. Really, really, really great. Really, really, really great vocal range, vocal tone. Oh, Leggy.
I've been crushing on this man for the last, God knows how long we've been friends at this point. I've been crushing on him since we met each other. Good luck.
You gotta go through Sasquatch here. No, I mean, Teddy is hard. He's really hard to imitate. So I just kind of did my own little thing on it. A lot of what you hear in the background on that is live vocals too, man. I tried to make my own choir sound ish. You know, I'm still learning that. But you know, just doing my own background vocals on it to try to make it sound really pleasant and stuff. And I just did the best I could with it. So I that's about it.
I think you absolutely hit it out of the park. And, you know, the thing about Teddy Swims, you know, he has a very unique voice. He has a very unique style. And you know, and that's one of the other things that I like about you, Rocky. When you do covers, you don't try to mimic or sound like the artist. There's a young man on TikTok who's reached out to me. And I'm not, and you know, I like what he's doing, but I swear to God, to a T, he sounds just like Jason Aldean, almost to the point. Well, I don't believe it's actually him. I think he's just lip syncing to Jason Aldean.
Yeah,
but that's what he does. You know, that's his thing. He sounds just like Jason Aldean. You know, with you. You know, Teddy got famous doing covers and stuff like that. But you make them your own. You don't try to, you know, copy what's already been done. You want to show your own version, your own range and stuff like that. And that's something that I do admire about you. And one of the reasons why you know, outside of the friendship, I'm truly a fan. Even if we're not fans or friends, I'm still a fan. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still a fan, and I enjoy, you know, when you do stuff. So I mean, there's a little something. Like I said, I've got more here, and because I didn't label these because I'm a jackass, I'm going to be surprised, just like you guys. I'll play that one. This was just a real quick. This is only about 30 seconds, but we'll give it a little listen. First and foremost, I love that fucking song. And me personally, I want a full cover.
It's not a cover. That's original. It's not a
cover. That's you.
Yeah, that's an original song.
Holy shit. Okay, well, I learn something new every day. I thought that was a cover of a song because the only place I've ever heard it was from you.
Yeah. I wrote that song shortly after I broke up with my ex. And
so there's a full version out there.
There is. It's on my computer.
We're going to get to that. There's going to be a conversation about that. There's going to be a conversation about that. Okay, because I've only ever heard it from you, and I'm like, God, that song sounds so familiar. I thought it was a cover. I do apologize, man.
No, it's all good.
I love it. I love it.
And when I did that, it was just like really quick. It was just a really quick thing to throw out there for content. I actually questioned releasing that one a little bit, but I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just get in front of the camera and just. I think I went through that like 10 times too because my voice kept like quivering way too much, and then it was just this and that and the other thing, or I would bump the mic with my chest or something. And trying to do it live, like authentic, actual live, is tricky. So, yeah, I do have the full version of that. I opted out of releasing it because it to me sounded so Disney. It sounds very Disney Channel. Like Mulan or Frozen 7 featuring Black Ice, man. The Black Ice, man. I don't know. I don't think it sounds Disney at all. I think that one of the things that I've really enjoyed about that is, you know, being a music guy. Yeah, obviously, I listen to lyrics, I listen to the words, but also.
one of the things with musicians, and I've said this about like, Blacktop Mojo or Matt, Matt James of Blacktop Mojo or Matt Warren of Over and Out, the lead singer of Small Town Titans. These are all bands you guys have probably never heard of. Don't worry.
Maybe I have watched the show. You guys need to watch the show.
Yeah, if you watch the show, then you know. But these are artists that down the road that I'm reaching for. But not only does their music, the words, the lyrics hit me first, or let me rephrase that. Let me reverse that. It's the voice. The voice grabs my attention, and then I start listening to the lyrics, and it's like I'm in.
Yeah.
And you have one of those voices, and you write songs that it's just like, damn, dude, like. You need therapy, bro. You need to be a guest on Men Care for Men. But that's not a bad thing.
I've heard that too. I'm not even gonna lie. I have heard that. Like, man, are you okay? And I have had family members reach out. Are you okay, Rock? Like,
we did it to Matt James on the show. Matt had his solo album that he was working on, and he was releasing songs. And I was like, damn, I feel like I should reach out to Matt and ask if he's okay.
Yeah,
but no, I mean, that's one of those. I think it really shows off your voice. That song. I don't think it's Disney. I don't think it's Nickelodeon or anything like that. I think it's just showing off your voice. So I got a few more here. We're gonna kind of work through these and I don't know what I'm gonna just play along and be surprised as they happen. Another one here. Most of these are under a minute long, so don't take long.
You're as smooth Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. I stay stoned on your love all the time. Okay.
First and foremost, the beginning of that video, he was like, okay, I'll try. I'm like, this motherfucker.
I did. You thought I was chilling, man. I was in my bed. I was chilling.
You were just chilling, hanging out, just whatever. And you're like, okay, I'll try. I'm like, this motherfucking singing ass, good looking motherfucker. I hate you, rocking. But that was literally just you like scrolling through TikTok, and you're just like, fuck it, I'll do it. Right? Is that what that was?
100%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was watching. That they're releasing full like documentaries and stuff like on TikTok. You can watch like hours of TV, and I was watching TV on TikTok. I was like, oh, this is cool, and then I just scrolled and I saw that guy. I was like, Tennessee whiskey, like that, like that's weird, man. All right, I'll try. And it was just a first take. It was one of those off-ended videos. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that you just do to post something, like, and that's what I did.
It sounds like the nonsensical nonsense TikTok page. I'll post a video, and then 3 months later, I'm sitting back here drunk after a show going, yeah, I'm going to post a TikTok video.
Yeah, that's what I did. It was a random thing, man. I really liked it. It was pretty cool. I still like the original song better. I'm biased, but.
Oh, I love Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton, but he's one of those guys that was around for years. He wrote songs. He's wrote hits for some of the biggest names in country music, and to finally see him come out of the shadows, so to say, and do his own thing. I like his voice. I think he's a great musician. I think he's a great songwriter, especially when you learn like, holy shit, Stapleton wrote that song. God damn, Stapleton wrote that song. Like, I mean, it's a fucking notebook, full of songs, that have been hits. I like that version. I'm a Well, now I know what Jarvis feels like. I'm over here brown nosed, and I'm a fan of everything.
You gotta have some. You gotta have some good old fashioned on rocks Tennessee whiskey in a bar. You take a couple double shots and double drinks of that, and that song hits so different.
So I want to ask you before we go to the next song, if you wanted to do a full version cover of that and release it onto like one, say you did a second album down the road, and you wanted to do a cover of that, how hard is that as a musician, especially an up and coming musician, to be able to do covers? Have you experienced that before?
Yeah, I have. So it's a lengthy process. You got a lot of people to ask questions and get approvals on. If you want to release it with like original stuff, like original instruments, original stuff that they've done, it's a lot of asking around, a lot of pleading, and a lot of emailing. But we're fortunate that we live in a day and age where people make so many different cover songs or instrumental type in that same category that you can ask the YouTube guy who did it all from scratch utilizing his stuff. If you can use that, and that suffices just as fine. So it's easier to go for the small creator who's recreated the track or recreate it yourself. Paramore, for instance, that song, I played it. If you look at the original video, I played all the things to recreate that song to use to put on YouTube. That's why they can't go after it. I have it already. I played it. They can come after, of course, Haley Williams' vocals because I didn't do those, but they can't come after instrumental stuff.
Let's be honest. I wouldn't be mad if Haley Williams came after me.
Come get me, girl.
Come and get you. She's adorable. I think she's an adorable little pixie. I'm a big old Sasquatch. Come on, girl. I've always been curious about that because you see so many, up and coming, and I hate to say this, I hate to say the term small artists, especially to you, but in general, because
it is. It's true. I'm still a small artist.
But you see so many people that do covers, and it's like, God, how do you do that? How do you get away with it? Because, and again, hey, YouTube, newsflash, that's how I've gotten away from your copyright bullshit, is because I go for cover songs.
Yeah.
I want a certain song on there, and I find the cover, and YouTube's not breaking my balls at the end of the day because I play the cover. And let's be honest, sometimes the artists that do covers, in my opinion, as a music fan, they do a much better job than the original artist.
Yeah.
And no disrespect towards the original artist, but facts are facts. I mean, sometimes it is what it is.
Oh, come on. You love Britney Spears' original One More Time. That's your cookies and jam.
That's coming up very soon. But I got a few more here. All I'm doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is just showing off my guy's vocal range and him singing. And again, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to go ahead and hit this little button right here that allows me to play music.
Fucked you in the car last week, trying not to get attached, but you're calling me. I don't really want a mistake. Touching me now, I can't think. You haunted me. You're haunting me. So come and fuck me up. You wanna get away? Hold me close to you. And when the night has come and you wanna get away, hold me close to you.
So, Glick, I want you to guess how many bottles of beer I went through for that. That's how many. There's 3 videos that come to mind when I see that, because that's a little older. But there's 3 videos that come to mind when I see that. And I remember being one of them. I had to like record the next day because I had to keep taking shots, and then I would jump in, and then I messed up, and then I would go and do it. And the more shots I took, the more I messed up, and it just fumbled. It just kept fumbling, man. I think it'd be really fun to be in the studio on one of these days while I'm doing that stuff, man, because it's funny.
You know, I have the complete opposite effect. If I do a video where I'm drinking, or I'm taking a drink as I'm doing the video, the more I drink, it's like, the better it gets at the end of the day. And of course, it's just me, lip syncing or to a video or whatever. But oh man, how many beers did you have during that video? I'm going to shoot for the fences, and I know I'm probably going to be over. I know I'm going to be over. But I'm going to say 8.
Oh, yeah, you're over. It's 6.
Yeah.
I went
damn, I was going to say 6. Fuck.
Yeah, I went for 6 bottles of Corona to get that, man. And to me, I know what I look like drunk, so I'm looking at myself in that video. I'm going to just say right now, guys, I was 1,000% drunk. Because I had shots.
I just love the end where you just turn around and mean mug the camera. I'm like, why are you mean mugging the camera, bro?
I don't know. I can't even tell you the answer to that. I have no idea. I was drunk.
And I've watched that video drunk, and every time I do, I just laugh, and I'm like, this is so random. I love it. So, before I embarrass myself again, I've only ever heard that song from that video. Is that one of yours?
It's original as well.
Okay, so again, I say, where's the full version?
It's actually no. That one I never finished. So I finished the second verse on it, but I still have work to do on that one. Actually, I haven't finished the whole thing on that one like the other. It's in my computer, man. What can I say? I remember the time where you could only on TikTok post a minute anyway. And so I used to go by that and just post a minute like of whatever it was I was singing, and the rest of it just sat on my computer. And I moved on to another one and another one, and now I have 512 files on my computer.
Another one.
Yeah. By the way, Glick, that song, I'm going to post it on my YouTube right now, so you'll be able to see the full version. One more time, man.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Like you said, drunk on 6 beers? That's
no. I have been drinking before that. I had some people over at the studio. I was doing a studio session for somebody else recording their stuff, which is actually why I got into writing a sexual song. It's because like they were doing it, and so I was like, well, I can fucking do it. I can do it in my sleep. He's like, yeah, and then we take a shot. I bet you can't. Well, you get out of the fucking booth and let me do it then. And then now I got to sit there and write it. And now we're sitting there. We're finished. We had 2 bottles of Tito's before the beers. And that's why I kept slipping, messing up, laughing. And then, before long, it was just a hot mess, man. But that was like the last take, the only take that I didn't mess up on.
Hey, you know, look, you know, as a guy who has a tendency of, you know, overindulging on Saturday nights and having a few too many when he's hosting a podcast, I totally understand. I get it. Again, I've lost. Okay, here we go. I got 2 more left here. And again, I'm just showing my boy off. That's all I'm doing, man. How's it, my man? Always mean mugging the camera. What did the camera do to you, bro?
I don't know, but I always look like I want to put out of it.
That video on TikTok was titled "Warm Up."
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a warm up for a singer.
Well, no. It really is. Look, because it goes through all 5 octaves. So feel well. You're hitting very, very low on it, and then when you're hitting,
I thought we were going to get him singing, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we were going to get him singing live.
no. On
Without me asking.
the lower registry of that is like a tenor in a way. It isn't, but it is in a way. And then you're going up C E A, and then you're climbing up steadily. So it is technically a vocal warm up. It is. Yeah.
So are you naturally, more higher pitched? I don't know what the.
Yeah. I'm not the guy. I can, but I have to be lower. To hit that like lower registry, and I can't project as loud. So I'm definitely in the higher key of things. It's easier to do it that way for me.
Yeah, which again, you're doing your own thing. You're making it yours. At the end of the day, when you do covers and stuff like that. But fuck. You could put a single on the album called "Warm Up." I'm buying it. that's my jam. Yeah, I don't buy honey. I got one more here, and again, this is one of my favorite artists out there, like mainstream artist, big name artist. I love R&B music. I love all music, let's be honest, man. But, I shock a lot of people, kind of like Rocky today kind of looked at me like I was crazy when I said that I was a Paramore fan. I love Paramore.
No, that's really cool, man. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, I'm all over the place with music. But R&B, like the old Motown stuff, like I'm there. And one of my favorite singers is John Legend. And, Rocky's put this out on his original channel and then on his backup channel. Not only that, but Rocky also, Once Upon a Time, which I wish I still had that, but unfortunately I lost it. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say thank God that this recording's not out there anymore, because there are Once Upon a Time on TikTok of me singing not the song that I'm going to play, but a different song. And there's also I did it on
man.
But Rocky did the recording and then he sent it to me. It was kind of a one-off thing. But this is Rocky doing a cover of John Legend, which I think you absolutely killed. I think when you do John Legend, you absolutely fucking kill. So this was a little bit longer. Like I said, it's about a minute long. But I do want to play this. Like I said, I'm just showing off Rocky's vocal range, but showing off what he can do. That's what we're doing here. We're showing my guy out. He's like a prize.
I wish we gave it one more try.
Thank God I recorded that and I knew when it cut off, because otherwise you guys would have heard me fucking singing. Once upon a time, when Rocky found out that I was a John Legend fan, he jumped in the studio and sent me a song. One of my favorite songs by John Legend is "All of Me." I love that goddamn song. I was live on TikTok one night and I was doing my weird, crazy shenanigans, and somehow we got on a music conversation, and I always played music in the background, and that song came on, and it's one of my favorite songs. And then the next day, let's be honest, the next afternoon when my drunk, hungover Sasquatch ass woke up, and my Snapchat was Rocky doing a cover of that song. And it's one of the things that I'm so mad that I lost, because it was such a great job. And again, thank God that it's not out there, but on Periscope and even on TikTok, I would do my marathon shows, and I would get so drunk that I would start singing. And I thought I was the goddamn greatest singer on the planet, and I would, at the top of my lungs, be belting songs out.
I might have that somewhere. I might be able to have that.
You have some clips, but I don't think you have those clips.
I mean, I'm gonna look because I don't know. I do remember you like I or maybe I was watching the live.
Yeah. I know there's clips of me out there talking to the invisible people in my apartment. But
Charlie.
Yeah. I will say this though. I just got your Snapchat, and you one up me, man. You one up me, man. I thought I was gonna get the exclusive, the debut, and you one up me, man.
How?
You stole my spotlight.
What did I do?
Oh, I know you know what you did.
No. Tell me what I did.
You released a song onto YouTube that I thought I was gonna get the exclusive, dropping it, but it just came out like
literally a few seconds ago.
I'm not going to give you guys the opportunity to go to YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to play it right now. This came about because Rocky was hanging out with us live on Nonsensical Nonsense. And as a man of my word, I do have to make my TikTok video. But the thing that impressed me the most about this, Rocky, and we're going to come back and I want to have some more conversation and stuff like that. I just wanted to, show people your talent and stuff like this. And this is another one of those things. And I asked permission. I told him, I said, I have this downloaded. I won't play it if it's not okay, because he was debating releasing it. And Rocky told me, he called me tonight about an hour before the show, and we were talking. And I said, hey, I have this. I won't play it unless you say it's okay. And he was like, no, you're good, bro. Go ahead. However, this came about from Nonsensical Nonsense, one of our Saturday nights. And we were talking about a different artist doing a version of this, and Rocky said, I'll do it if you make a TikTok.
Yep.
Well, Rocky came back into the show a week or so later and said, hey, Glick, I have a present for you. Check your Snapchat. Lo and behold, that he literally did this in all of like 5 minutes before you came on the show?
Yeah, before I hopped on the show.
He literally just jumped in his studio, and you guys see him in the background. He's in his studio right now. This fool jumped in his goddamn studio, did this fucking song, and came on the podcast just to tell me, hey, by the way. And this is Rocky's cover of, I guess, would it be a cover of a cover?
Yeah, it's a cover of a cover, yeah.
Yeah, it's Rocky's cover of Jack Black's cover of Britney Spears's Baby One More Time. And I'm going to play it here because you guys haven't had a chance to listen to it on YouTube. I'm still getting the debut spot. I'm still getting the exclusive. God damn it. Here's Rocky.
Wait. Before you play it, I want you to go ahead and refresh the page that you have it on and then play it. You'll see why.
Refresh. Well, I got to share it on YouTube, don't I? I got to do a screen share.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on a second. Now I got to do a screen share. All right. I downloaded this just so you know. Let me go over here to YouTube. Let me find Rocky.
I want to change the name up just for you, Glick.
In combat. There we go. Oh, nice, bro.
Like that. Are we good now? Are we solid?
We are all good, bro. Nice. All right, hold a second. All right, so I gotta change some things up here. I got to bring that down. Let me go back over here. We're gonna do a screen share. So I downloaded it, but we're gonna do a screen share. I had ulterior motives for wanting to play this, not only because you scooped me, but I also got to go recycle beer, but I can. Don't worry.
I need to go to the store and grab more beer. I wish. Yeah, just listen to it.
How far are you away from the store?
Oh, it's like 4 minutes away.
Well, okay. Well, I'll play this. You run, go get beer, and then I'll keep the show going. And then when you get back with more beer, we can continue. I'm flexible.
Right, enjoy, guys. Enjoy.
A little screen share here, screen share there. We'll share that. This is Rocky's version of One More Time. You guys see down there in the little parentheses right there. You see what it says. Hit that. getting the full spring season.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't let you go. But now you're out of sight, yeah. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me. I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Give me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby, the reason I breathe is you. Girl, you got me blinded. Oh, pretty baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. It's not the way I planned it. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me now. I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Give me, baby, one more time. Oh, pretty baby, how was I supposed to know? Oh, pretty baby, I shouldn't let you go. And I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here? Just give me a sign. Give me, baby, one more time. My loneliness is killing me. I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Give me, baby, one more time.
Yes, sir. You heard it here first. An exclusive debut on Glick's House of Music. All right. That song was specifically made for me to embarrass myself on TikTok. That's the only reason Rocky did that cover, just so you guys know. And he'll be back. He's going to go grab some beer. He's got to run down the street there and get some brewskis. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying getting to see us hang out together and chit chat and learn about Rocky. This is a good time for me to go ahead and get that out of my system. If you guys aren't already, go ahead and check out all of the shows in the Nonsensical Network. Mondays is Men Caring for Men. Tuesdays is Dollars and Cents Podcast. It's a business show. Wednesdays is the flagship show, Nonsensical Nonsense. Thursdays, we take the night off to make room for our friends in the podcast world. First and foremost, Talking Shit. Mark and Brian doing their thing, which I was actually, shout out to the guys. Thank you guys for letting me be on the show last night. We did our WrestleMania picks. That was a lot of fun hanging out with the guys. Bryce Tucker was there, comedian Bryce Tucker. And from Good Real Hunting, Brett was there. So that was fun. We had some good conversations about WrestleMania coming up this weekend. You guys can check them out every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Facebook and YouTube, they are live at Talking Shit, SHTTT. Don't forget, also on Thursdays, Helen, aka Lady, she drops her Helen's mixtape on 365radio.co. Comes out 3 p.m. our time on the East Coast, 8 p.m., 7 p.m. her time over there in the UK. Also, late nights on Thursdays. I think they're taking a hiatus. Hopefully, everything's okay with Ted. Hopefully everything's going on all right in his world. I haven't seen the guys live in a while, but late nights on Thursday, they usually get running at about 11 p.m. Late night parents with Ted Hicks and his crew. Friday nights, first and third Friday of every month, I'm doing Glick's House of Music. You guys can check that out at 8 p.m. And Saturdays is Nonsensical Nonsense with a Twist. We drop the link in the chatters box, and we encourage anybody and everybody to hit that link and come and join us live. We just ask that you, I do what I can. We all we ask is that you have a camera and you keep your pants on and keep your willy put away. If you come live, hang out with us on Saturday nights. And then on Sundays, Jarvis drops a brand new episode of the Jarvis Podcast on YouTube. You can check that out. Give it a listen to Jarvis Podcast, or as we call him, Jaravishi. Hey, I'm doing a podcast here, Ma. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you, all right? Leave me alone. And don't forget, also on Friday nights, Jarvis is on Twitch as well at Jarvis Demon. So you can check him out gaming and jump in the chat and shoot shit with him. And also on Sunday evenings, Leggy's doing her music documentaries over on Twitch and YouTube. Leggy Lady 01 on Twitch. You can check that out. But you can find all of our shows as far as the Nonsensical Network goes at bio.link/nonsensical nonsense. We are on all the social medias, and we do share our friends' stuff on there, so you guys can find it there as well. Eventually